It's gonna be animal chaos.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, listen, I had no idea I wanted to see all that stuff, but now
Yep.
it's what I want the most
Yep,
in the world.
same.
So fantastic, sir.
Hey guys, my name's Dan, and today's reaction is another pitch meeting. This is the RRR pitch meeting. Now, this movie was a bit on the long side, but also a bit on the ridiculous side. Did that take away from my enjoyment from it? Well, you have to stay tuned for that, or you can just skip to the timestamp in the description that has my final thoughts. Otherwise, for the rest of you, please enjoy this pitch meeting along with me. But before we do, though, if you enjoy other pitch meetings, I've reacted to many of them for you. And if you want to see future reactions that I do, you can go right below this video, click that like button, the subscribe button, that notification bell, because not only does that let you see past, present, and future reactions that I do, but also helps my channel out a lot. Then go on over and support pitch meeting. And Ryan George as well, he's the one who makes these. I'll leave a link for both of those channels down in the description. And without any further ado, let's go.
So, you have a movie for me? Yes, sir, I do. Well, actually, it's something that's in development over on the Tollywood side of things, and I figure we could, just grab the concept and remake it shot for shot, but with American actors. No. Yeah, let's do that. That sounds like a good idea. I like the idea you had. No, I feel like this could kind of be a global hit just on its own. Okay, so what's it called? It's called RRR. Oh. Yeah, exactly.
No.
Except, no, it stands for Rise, Roar, Revolt. I kind of roared. Yeah, a little. Amazing. Now, just before we get into it, I want you to know there will be a disclaimer saying that no wolves or tigers or bears or deer were injured in this thing, okay? What the hell is this movie that you need to put a disclaimer like that? It's, it's pretty much a bromance. What? But I just want you to know, when you see a man throw a leopard at another man in this bromance, that's not a real leopard. What kind of bromance is this? And you're gonna see some tigers get punched a couple of times.
Oh,
once with a big flaming lantern. That is not a real tiger, okay? You know
Good
what?
to know.
This disclaimer's actually kind of the perfect intro, because now I need to know what the hell you're talking about. Fantastic, sir. So, what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah.
Right, so in 1920 India, these evil British people go into this forest tribe and they abduct a little girl because she sings good and whatnot. Oh, you're not supposed to steal people, I'm pretty sure.
No,
Well,
you're not.
see, that's the thing. That is not a nice thing to do. So then the tribe's guardian Beam sets off on this epic quest to go get this girl back. And what's his deal? Oh, he's super strong, sir. He outruns a tiger and then traps it and wrestles it. Jeez, that kind of feels like, almost impossible.
Yeah, you
Right?
think so?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
That
totally.
doesn't seem possible. Anyway, so the British hear about this guy, and so they task this guy Raju and the Indian Imperial Police with tracking him down. And what's this guy's deal? Oh, well, he's super strong, sir. He takes on a crowd of like 1,000 men, and he wins. All right, okay, so how are these guys able to do this stuff? Well, sir, you know physics? Yeah. Well, I don't, nor do I care to learn. Okay, gotcha. It does sound more fun to just ignore all that stuff. It does. And so then these two guys are going to become best friends pretty much instantly. Oh, how? By ignoring physics together. Sick. You see, they both happen to stumble upon this little kid that needs to be saved from this big bridge explosion. So without even talking, they do the most elaborate, coordinated rescue in the world.
So
and then
good.
they have like a 20-minute montage of friendship shenanigans. Wow. And then Beam is gonna spot this British woman, Jenny, that he gets a huge crush on. Okay. And turns out she's actually part of that British family that kidnapped the little girl. Wow, what are the odds of that? I don't know, but I feel the same way about odds and statistics as I do about physics. Okay, gotcha.
Oh,
So
all right,
Raju
that makes
creates
sense.
an excuse for them to talk by popping the tires on her car and forcing it to stop right in front of them. Oh, destroying women's property to get their attention is tight.
No.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's
I
not.
met my first wife, actually. Just absolutely crushed her mailbox.
Oh my
Very
God.
romantic, sir. Crush that property. So then what happens? Well, right away, Beam is like, can I go to your house? Yeah, sure. Natural follow-up. Destroy their belongings and then demand home entry. So anyway, eventually Beam figures out that this little girl is being kept in this palace place, so he barges in there with his men and unleashes a bunch of wild animals. Oh, he does. Yeah, and some people get mauled by tigers and bears, and a guy gets a leopard thrown at him, and another guy gets his arm stabbed by an antler. It's gonna be animal chaos. chaos.
Yeah.
Wow, well listen, I had no idea I wanted to see all that stuff, but now
Yep.
it's what I want the most
Yep,
in the world.
same.
So fantastic, sir. And so eventually Raju's actually gonna arrest Beam, and so they're not friends anymore. A very big betrayal. So why is he doing what he's doing anyway? Well see, we're actually gonna learn that this whole time he's been trying to infiltrate the British Empire to become a special officer and bring weapons back to his people and rise up. So they kind of want the same thing. Kind of, yeah. And so when he realizes that, he helps Beam escape, but then he gets captured. So they're like taking turns being imprisoned. Now just once each, and then they're pretty sick of it. Understandable. And how did Beam find out about Raju anyway? Oh, well, one day a random woman took him in and fed him, and it turns out that was Raju's fiance. Wow, geez, what are the odds of that? Oh, hey, sir, looks like you're back on my back about odds and statistics.
Yeah,
again.
man.
Oh, my bad. Let me get off of that freaking unlikelihood-loving back of yours. Thank you. And so then we're gonna see Raju in prison, and the British guards say they're only feeding him 1 meal a week, you know, just enough to keep him alive. Ugh, geez, he must be withering away. Actually, no, he's in there doing pull-ups, you know, putting in that work, building that muscle. Right, that's not really how muscles work, though. You need protein to make them grow. Hey, shut up. And so then Beam comes to rescue him, but he's got a busted leg, so it's kind of tricky. Oh, man, well, it's gonna be hard for them to get out of that situation. Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, see, Beam lifts him up onto his shoulders, and then they can fight like crazy together. You'd think that'd be a pretty big tactical disadvantage, because now they're a bigger and slower target. No, because see, it basically turns them into Goro from Mortal Kombat. That makes sense. So then Beam is gonna put some leaves on Raju's leg, which fixes it immediately. Yeah, I know how leaves work, sure. And now that they're both back to 100%, it's time to go nuts on the British. Oh boy. So they just go absolutely insane and take a bunch of them out with arrows and stuff. They kick motorcycles, then they launch a motorcycle into a room that's filled with TNT and kill all the bad guys. Okay, how could they have possibly known which room to aim and coordinate? You know what, actually, I feel like you're not gonna have any answers for me, so just never mind. Not at all. Now you're getting it. So all the bad guys die and all the good guys live, and they have a big, big dance number. They're gonna dance so much and be very, very happy. That is how most movies should end, if you ask me. Although the alternate ending we shot for the Batman did not test well. And so that's about it. What do you think? Well, I mean, it sounds like a pretty good time, but you really think this is gonna be a huge hit around the world? Okay, sir, let me just reiterate. In this movie, in the middle of a fight scene, a guy just straight up throws a leopard at another guy. That's a good point. Yeah, okay, I hear it now. This is gonna do well. Hi, everybody, Ryan here. Thanks for...
Wait. I didn't get to read that whole thing. He chimed in a little too quickly. Best movies of 2022 with a normal Hollywood service resumed. 2022 is delivering movie gems on the big and small screen. Here are a list of them. And that is right at the top, and for good reason. This movie was just so ridiculous and so over the top that I just fell in love with it. He launched a leopard at another human being. That alone just sort of sells this for me, and just the ridiculousness of all the fights and everything that was happening, and ending it with that big dance number. Oh, so good. It was so good. It was just so good. So that's going to do it for me here. But before we go, though, I want to give a huge shout out to all of my $5 and up supporters on Patreon. Luchadork, Cruising, Wolverine 310, Multi-Disturbed, 666, Jordan Burr, Lauren Davenport, Capster Cronage, Amber K, Raymond Bright, Joshi, Roadrunner 1967, and Chris Curtis. And if you too like to have your name read in each and every one of my videos, plus many other fun goodies, if you have me react to a past pitch meeting or two, please head on over to patreon.com/Reactor. Link will be right there in the description with many different tiers for you to choose from. And if you'd like to have an easier way to get in contact with me, maybe talk about today's reaction, maybe talk about a little RRR, please head on over and join the channel Discord, where you can also chat with others about other reactions that I've done, or find out a little bit more about me, because I'm basically on there all the time. And with that being said, comment down below, let me know, did you enjoy RRR? Please leave a like if you enjoyed. Also want to see Bash Reacts and other pitch meetings. I have a nice playlist right over there for you. Share this video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Ring notification bell because I put new videos every single day. And I'll see you guys next time.